Sunday in Spa on the last day of May. Good afternoon and welcome to the home of the Belgian Grand Prix for the second and final time this weekend. This is race 2, round 3 of the 2026 FIA Formula Regional European Championship. Well, in stark contrast to yesterday, although the sun is not shining at the moment, the track is dry and we're ready to go for the second race of the weekend. Earlier this morning on a drying circuit, Maximilian Popov for the Trident Motorsport team took his first ever pole position. He's about to come up onto the grid. We'll try and get a word with him in just a moment. It was a mixed bag in qualifying. Ken Nakamura, who won the first race of the new championship, starts way back on the 6th row of the grid. Not a bad performance for the American, the championship leader, Sebastian Weldon, of the 2nd row of the grid. The cars are coming up to the grid. The track is ready to race here this afternoon, a 30-minute plus 1 lap race. It's the third of 8 rounds of the 2026 FIA Formula Regional European Championship here at the home of the Belgian Formula One Grand Prix. We are just waiting for the pole sitter to make his way up through the grid alongside Rashid Al-Baheri, who was fastest in his qualifying group yesterday and fastest in his group this morning. It starts on the outside of the front row of the grid. Here comes the pole sitter, Max Popov, who took pole position on a drying track with a stunning time this morning. We'll try and get a quick word with the pole sitter, Max Popov. I know the team are very keen to speak to him. We've still got a few moments before the start. Max Popov, a quick word. Pole position this morning in qualifying. There's nobody ahead of you going into turn 1, La Source. How do you approach the start?
Well, the plan is just to get the start and try to pull away as early as I can. Well, yeah, I'll just do whatever I can to win it. That's it.
Thank you, Max. We'll let you concentrate. The pole sitter, the rookie for the Trident Motorsport team, was in Nowheresville on Thursday in free practice. We go to Rashid Al-Baheri, the driver from the United Arab Emirates, outside front row of the grid, fastest in his group yesterday. A quick word with the Emirati. Rashid Al-Baheri, the season is shaping up well for you. Fastest in qualifying yesterday in your group and again this morning outside of the front row of the grid. Not too bad a position to be in.
Yeah, I mean, not too bad, but the job's not done yet. We still have 30 minutes plus a lap to go. So I think head down and we need to get the job done.
Thank you, Rashid, the Mercedes-AMG Junior from Abu Dhabi and the United Arab Emirates. What about Alex Munoz? A stunning pole position in qualifying yesterday in race 1, and he won, holding off that driver, Rashid Al-Baheri and Ken Nakamura. Alex Munoz, car 95, starting on the inside of the 2nd row of the grid. The young French rookie. And then we go to the Polish driver, Yannick Sharowski. Now this is the Irish-Italian team. RPM Race Performance Motorsport narrowly missed out on pole position this morning. Just speaking with race engineer, this is team manager Keith Donegan. A quick word, if we can, with team owner, who's just adjusting the left side mirror on Yannick's car. We'll have to leave the grid in just a moment as we get ready to race for the second and final time this weekend. Don't forget, in 3 weeks' time, we go to the home of the Italian Formula One Grand Prix. That is Monza for the 4th round of the championship. Keith has disappeared, trying to find him, but this is his driver, Yannick Sharowski. Up Kazava on the other side of the grid there. A quick word with Keith Donegan, team owner for RPM Motorsport. Keith, a great run for Yannick Sharowski. Narrowly took pole position, but this is not a bad place to start.
Yeah, I think here, Ian, it's pretty good. We should get a good toe into turn 5, so we'll see how it plays out in the first lap. But it's a long race, 30 minutes, so even if we're not where we want to be, I think we can fight from there. So as long as we're top 2 or 3 coming out of the first lap, I think we have a chance to win.
Forgive the cliche, but may the luck of the Irish be with you this afternoon. Keith Donegan for the RPM team. The board is going up. We're going to have to leave the grid. Fabulous scene down here. This is at round 3, race 2, the 2026 FIA Formula Regional European Championship. Chris McCarthy, to you in the studio for commentary. This promises to be a cracking race.
Thank you, Ian Salvestrin. Great to hear from Keith Donegan down there on the grid. There was some work going on to his car, Jan Sharovsky's car. They just took the steering wheel off, but it seems all is okay now. It's back on. Mirrors look to be set. And there is your 30-car field all ready to go. We get the overlook view on the drone. It will now just be the drivers remaining on the grid. You can see it is now clearing and we are almost ready to go racing. Well, welcome everyone. This is what was due to be race 3 of the weekend. Race 2 was cancelled due to the weather yesterday. Race 1 went in its place. And it was Alexandre Munoz who took his first win of the season, became the first rookie to take a win this season in the process. A fairly safety car field race, it has to be said, but Munoz had to deal with those safety car restarts to hold off Rashid Al-Dahiri. The conditions were absolutely atrocious out there at points yesterday. So much to the point that we didn't really get a second race, a chance to do a second race. So when we did get out there, though, a track that started to dry as we went through, and it was Munoz who took the win ahead of Al-Dahiri. Kei Nakamura Berta was in 3rd place, and then it was Yuki Sano, Sebastian Weldon, Emanuele Olivieri, Alex Ninovic, Reza Siworth, Gabriel Gomez, Kai Darianani once again in the points. That rounded out your top 10. So in the championship then, we currently look like this. It's Sebastian Weldon who leads, 14 points ahead of Rashid Al-Dahiri. Kei Nakamura Berta is 3rd, 21 points back. Reno Francot is in 4th on 70 points. And then the top 2 rookies in the standings, Emanuele Olivieri, Alexandre Munoz, 5th and 6th. They are just 1 point apart, but we have a breakaway group of 4 drivers currently in the championship, split by 22 points. And they are scattered round on the grid. Let's give you that full grid now before we go back down to Ian in pit lane on what is a long formation lap here at Spa. Row 1, his first ever pole in single-seater racing. Maximilian Popov will lead for Trident. Rashid Al-Dahiri, back-to-back front row starts this weekend. He is alongside for RHGP. Then our winner, Alexandre Munoz, is on row 2 with Jan Sharovsky, a personal best for him and the team this season. Alex Apkazavar is going to be on row 3 with Emanuele Olivieri, the rookie. 5 top 10s for him now in qualifying. Alex Ninovic and Sebastian Weldon, championship leader, row 4. Marcus Sarter, yet to score points, but he'll start inside the top 10. He's alongside Miguel Costa. Second time he's qualified P10 this season. Kei Nakamura Berta in the top 12 in every qualifying session so far. He is alongside Jules Roussel, personal best for him. Andrea Dupé and Reza Siworthen are then on row 7. Matteo Ciccardi and Newman Chi, who had a DNF yesterday, on row 8. Saki Al-Masergi and Yuki Sano, 4th yesterday for him. He's on row 9. Row 10 is Gabriel Gomez, who was 9th yesterday, and he's alongside Alpine junior Kabir Anarat. Andrea Kostic is on row 11 with Kai Darianani, who's had 4 top 10 finishes so far. Renaud Francot way out of position down on row 12. Thomas Stolchamanis. Rahim Alabai, one of 20 drivers making their debut at Spa this weekend. He's alongside 10th in the championship. Dion Gauda could be one to watch. Belgian, Spanish F4 champion Thomas Stravin is on row 14 with Salim Hanna, who has a 5-place grid drop, as does Francisco Macedo and Giovanni Maschio. Well, just a few corners left of this formation lap. Ian, let's get back down to you then for some more build-up before we go racing.
Just a quick note on the Belgian driver, yes, Thomas Stralvan, who won last year's Spanish Formula 4 Championship in a thrilling final round in Barcelona. His second race after racing at Zandvoort also last weekend for the CL Motorsport team on his home circuit, but has to come from way on the back of the grid. We watched the driver starting on the 6th row of the grid. We go back to the Red Bull Ring, Kei Nakamura Berta, but did not have a good run in qualifying. He won the first race of the new season, the new era with the new car. We watched the London-born Slovakian Japanese driver who has to come from mid-pack in the grid if he's to take victory. The Prema team beside me getting ready to watch on. We are ready to race here at the home of the Belgian Grand Prix. This is race 2, round 3, the FIA Formula Regional European Championship. Max Popoff for the Trident Motorsport team. Chris, this is going to be a fantastic race. Max on pole position.
Thank you, Ian. Yes, it will, and that was after qualifying this morning. That is what has set the grid for this run. So this is round 3 Race 3, 30 minutes plus a lap. Of course, race 2 cancelled. Points go to your top 10, same as Formula 1. We give a point for fastest lap. Popov took 2 points for pole position as well. We have 100 seconds of race mode, an extra 15 horsepower. They can use that as and when they like after the completion of 1 lap of racing. Same goes for safety car restarts. That'll be very powerful going down the Kemmel Straight. It's a first pole position for Maximilian Popov, Rashid Al-Dahiri alongside a first ever pole in single-seater racing for Max Popov as well. Completely different conditions to what we had yesterday, but it looks like all 30 cars are set on the grid, ready to go. We get ready for that race down towards La Source for the first time and down the Kemmel Straight. Green flag at the back of the field. To the right of screen is Rashid Al-Dahiri. To the left, your pole sitter, Max Popov. And we are go for the second time this weekend here at Spa. A good launch from Popov. Does not need to defend. Down towards La Source. Al-Dahiri going with him. There's a battle for third place going on though. Munoz and Jan Shadowski side by side. I think Seb Weldon running wide out of La Source will lose a couple of places there as they now charge down towards Eau Rouge for the first time. Maximilian Popov leading us up the hill. Rashid Al-Dahiri in the blue Yas Heat livery in second place. Will we see any changes of position down the Kemmel Straight and towards Les Combes? You can see to the right Rashid Al-Dahiri having the run there on Max Popov. We're going to be 3 wide. Here comes Alexandre Munoz down the outside. Can he go from third to first at Les Combes? He's going to give it a go round the outside. Oh, and both cars running wide there. We have Munoz running wide in the ART. Al-Dahiri's run wide as well. Munoz has come back out into the lead, but what does he do in terms of positions? He's pulling over now, trying to let Popov go through, and that is very sensible driving, I think, from the ART drivers. So it's Trident's Max Popov leading the way as they make their way down towards Podium for the first time. You can see the rest of the field all getting through. It looks like we've had a clean start up and down the field. Now in towards Podium, we're side by side for 4th place there. Abkhazovar there trying to go down the inside of Cherosky. A brave attempt it was. Behind him, Emanuele Olivieri has been passed, that looks like, by Alex Ninovic, who is up to P6, so a change of position in the last few corners. The black and white Rodin. Ninovic won the GB3 Championship last year, got podiums here. On his way to doing that, he's going to be one to watch throughout this race. Now remember, race mode will be active when they cross the start-finish line. They'll have 100 seconds of it to use. They can use that as and when they like. They can use it for 2 seconds, 20 seconds at a time if they wanted. So let's see who uses it the best. When we were at the Red Bull Ring, it was the drivers who saved the race mode towards the end. We saw coming through the field in the latter stages. So we'll see how the drivers play this in towards the chicane we go, but this is the first time we've had race mode at Spa in these cars, of course. Side by side in the background. Oh, that's Olivieri making contact with Alex Ninovic. Marcus Sartor it is trying to get through, and he is now just going down the outside there of Olivieri. I don't know if he's picked up damage. Meanwhile, Al-Dahiri is defending from Munoz. They pair were side by side coming down the start-finish straight, and I think Munoz might be through. He's got the run. Going down towards Eau Rouge. This is going to be a change for second. Munoz will try it. Al-Dahiri holds on to second for the time being. Great start to the race, and it's allowed Popov to escape by around half a second out front. 4th place is Jan Shadowski. Then it's Abkhazovar in 5th place. 3 wide in the background. Marcus Sartor trying to go through all the way to the right of screen in the orange MP. That looks like a Seb Weldon. Rashid Al-Dahiri, meanwhile, has held on to second, and round the outside goes MP's Abkhazovar going into the podium places now. MP last on the podium here with Sami Megatuniv in 2022. Can Abkhazovar put them back there now? In 4th place then we have Alexandre Munoz. It's changing all the time, isn't it? Ninovic joining this battle as well. He's behind Jan Shadowski, 6 for the lead. And in chase, I think that is Seb Weldon, who's had a very good start to this second lap. Clean racing so far. We've had some brave attempts of moves up at Les Combes, haven't we? You can see Ninovic has joined the back of this group, fighting away with the RPM driver of Jan Shadowski ahead of him. Then it's just a little bit of a gap back to Weldon. Olivieri in there as well. You can see them heading through Stavilo now, and Maximilian Popov has a break out front. We'll try and use that now. But Aldeheri, very experienced, of course, in second place. He will be looking to close him in. We wait to see them come into view now through Blanchimont. Is there still going to be a gap for Maximilian Popov when we do? The team's watching on from the pit wall. Here's the view from the drone, and we've got an attack for fourth place going on. That looks like Munoz and Jan Shadovsky. I think Jan Shadovsky now up into fourth place, but going round the outside is the ART driver there, Munoz. Oh, and contact with the RPM driver. It looks like they've both got away with it. Shadovsky will stay in fourth place, Munoz in fifth, but he will now have to deal with Alex Ninovic, who's going to look to the outside. On the brakes we go in towards La Source. Will we see Ninovic get through? It's been a bit of a feisty start, hasn't it? Particularly for Alex Munoz there, who's had to be getting his elbows out, and now he's going to have to be looking in his mirrors. Meanwhile, Aldeheri, I don't know if he's been using race mode or if this is just pure pace, but he is closing the gap to Maximilian Popov, and looks like now he does have the toe. Going down the Kemmel Straight, you can see weaving there is Popov trying to break the toe to Aldeheri. What about in the background? Ninovic trying to follow the ART driver round the outside. Munoz running wide for the second time. Ninovic will try and take advantage. In towards the end of Les Combes they go, and that is a change of position there. Ninovic is through in fifth. Good driving from him there. He just tagged onto the back of Jan Shadovsky, and that allowed him to follow the RPM driver and go down the inside of Munoz, who was recovering in the process. Now doesn't end there for Alex Munoz, because look who's next along. It's Sebastian Weldon. Then we have Emanuele Olivieri next. Keen Nakamura Berta. We haven't really mentioned his name since reading the grid, but he's in the red and white Prema and will be charging through as well. He's third place in the championship. We've seen him take 3 pole positions already this season. Of course, won the championship in the Middle East at the start of the year. He's had 3 single-seater titles to his name over the last 2 years. Keen Nakamura Berta will no doubt be looking to get on the attack. I think that's Francisco Macedo trying to go by Salim Hanna. Thomas Stravin down in 30th place currently. A bit of a disappointing start for him, but just his second weekend racing these cars. We wait for them to come into view now through Blanchimont. How close will it be when they arrive? It's getting closer, isn't it, between the top 2? You can see Aldeheri is closing in. Apkazavar is looking very good as well in the early stages of this race. And Weldon now fighting with Olivieri, who looks to the outside, the RHGP driver, and goes through. Great driving from Emanuele Olivieri. Seb Weldon briefly past the Italian, but now dropping back once again, and Keen Nakamura Berta fancies a bit of this, doesn't he? We can see him. Is he going to go is he going to go down the inside? I wonder here of Weldon. I think he might have done. They're side by side on the exit. Red and white Prema of Keen Nakamura Berta. Behind that light blue livery we can see is Marcus Sarta for G4 Racing. They took the very first win here in 2021 with Michael Belov. Can Marcus Sarta put them up into the points or even the podium places? It's so close out there. We can see now Alex Ninovic looking to the inside of Jan Shadovsky. Meanwhile, Apkazavar is going to go to the outside of Aldeheri. He's tried this once already and runs wide. We're seeing lots of drivers do that now. Failed attempts of passes at Les Combes, and Apkazavar will now have to pull over and allow Rashid Aldeheri to go through, and do so without losing any places to Jan Shadovsky. What this has done is given just a bit of breathing room for Max Popov out front. We're almost 10 minutes into this race already, but it's one you really can't take your eyes off. There is changes all the time, attempts of moves going on all the time. Ninovic now looking like the one to watch in 5th place here. He's got Shadovsky, Apkazavar just ahead of him. Let's see if Alex Ninovic can make a move on this lap. Munoz seems to be settling back down now in P6 as well. He had lots of pressure to deal with in the start of the race, but it seems Munoz has now settled things down. Olivieri likewise in 7th. Then it's Weldon and Nakamura Berta in P9. Marcus Sarta is 10th place. Reza Siwerthan just outside the points. Costa next. Newman Chi. Sakir Al-Maserji going very well in 14th place. G4 Racing having a good start to the race so far. from the drone, we can see Abkazavar there in the orange livery being challenged by Jan Shadovsky. Alex Ninovic, I don't think, had a good run out of Stavolo because he's now under pressure from Munoz. The ART driver who started on the second row is going to send it down the outside. Here comes the French driver now, Munoz, but good defensive driving in the end from Ninovic. This allowing Olivieri to close in. Remember, the drivers do have 100 seconds of race mode. I'd love to tell you when they're using it, but the beauty of that race mode is we don't really know when the drivers are using it. Similar for the drivers in the car as well. Down towards Eau Rouge Radion we go, and we can just see now Popov has Abkazavar behind him, who's gone past Rashid Al-Daheri. Change for second place happening there. Will we see them go back? It looks like a great run up the hill for Jan Shadovsky. Jan Shadovsky to the right of screen there, going down the outside. He's got the toe up ahead of Popov, who now gives the toe to Abkazavar. He doesn't really know where to put his car, but it looks like the MP driver has gone into second place. Jan Shadovsky has gone up to third, and Rashid Al-Daheri now finds himself in fourth place, but he's not far behind the leader. Still well in contention for a race win here. All the way down to around 15th place. We are in one single line of cars, 5 seconds between your top 12 drivers. There is chances for every single driver out there to be moving forward on this lap, particularly the top half of the field. Sakir Al-Maserji looks to be the last of the cars in the lead train. So 6 seconds from P1 to P14, and we are over 10 minutes into this race. Abkazavar is looking very quick though in second. He had a good run out in the Middle East earlier in the season. A good second round as well. He's been a little bit quiet so far this weekend, but now he's really starting to find the form that we saw from him in the Netherlands. And is he going to be able to put that MP Motorsport car out front? Here's the view from the drone once more. Popov with a 0.6 of a second lead, and it looks like we're side by side. I think that might be for a third place. That looks like Munoz going by Alex Ninovic in that red and black ART livery. Alex Munoz, the beginning of a recovery, possibly to the podium positions. He's gone past Ninovic, and now he's going to send it down the inside over Rashid Al-Daheri. Is he almost an attempt there coming? Almost contact as well from Ninovic behind, who I think got caught out by the speed he was carrying through the chicane. Side by side again for second place now. Jan Shadovsky for RPM looks to the outside, will try and send it all the way around the outside of La Source, but he has to stay in third place for now. And Maximilian Popov will be enjoying this as he looks in his mirrors. His lead is extending to the rest of the field. Up Eau Rouge Radion. One more time we go. We are yet to get halfway through this race. 17 minutes and 50 seconds plus the additional lap to go, and it looks like another change for second is incoming. Jan Shadovsky going down the outside on the Kemmel straight there of Abkazavar, and you can see him getting his elbows out, almost contact between the pair up to Lecom, and Abkazavar has held on to that position. Shadovsky now will be challenged surely into the Brussels hairpin. Al-Daheri just behind, then it is Munoz and Ninovic. Nakamura Berta now starting to make places as well. He's by Olivieri, and he is just now behind Munoz as well. Nakamura Berta slowly making his way up the order. We'll keep one eye on him for the remainder of this race, because no doubt he will be looking to go into those podium places. He's got Olivieri, the rookie behind. Marcus Sarter, another rookie, going really well in 9th place. And in P10, then I think that might be Miguel Costa, is it? Let's have a look. I think he's 11th, actually. It looks like Weldon has gone by Marcus Sarter. So to the left of screen, I think that is a change for P9. The Orange MP of Weldon by Marcus Sarter. Through the Piff-Paff chicane, you can see the drivers there going through. All in a line. It's so close out there. This is the kind of racing we were expecting coming into the weekend. We had 3 cars in one of the qualifying groups split by less than 0.5 of a second. So this is how competitive FIA FREC is. These are your future F2, F3 and F1 World Championship leaders through the Blanchimont corner now, and Keen Nakamura Berta has gone round the outside of Munoz, but to the inside goes Emanuele Olivieri for RSGP, 3 wide, and Keen Nakamura Berta somehow holds him off, and that is a position gained for Nakamura Berta. Next then is the ART of Munoz. You can just see him to the left of screen there, having to defend from Olivieri. Weldon in that orange MP livery, weaving around, and there 3 wide Olivieri with Munoz, goes down the inside. Bit of contact on the exit. Here is once again Olivieri was almost fully side by side with Nakamura Berta, but Nakamura Berta so strong on the brakes, manages to get a position gained and also hold off Olivieri in the process. So a double gain that for Nakamura Berta, but look at this, Abkazavar is closing in now on Maximilian Popov for the lead. He had a lap or so there of breathing space, but now he's under attack once again, and a change for third. Aldahiri round the outside of Jan Shedovsky, so Aldahiri back into the podium places. Then a little bit of a gap to Ninovic, who will have to deal now with Keen Nakamura Berta. Marcus Sarter is next, he's gone by. That looks like Olivieri, so a change of position there. Olivieri dropping back behind Marcus Sarter. And then Weldon next along. Let's just keep an eye. Where is Seb Weldon in the orange MP? He's behind Munoz, who's dropped down a few places in the last few minutes. Those two completing the top 10 as it stands. Through Pouon one more time. I don't think they're going to give us any break in this race. I'm sure Ian's enjoying this one down in pit lane as much as we are. Into the second half of the race we go now. Popov, Abkazavar, Shedovsky, 3 different teams in the podium places. So far it's Trident leading, MP Motorsport leading RPM. MP were not even in this championship last year, came back in with the new car in 2024. They were down in 8th place in the team standings, but this is the MP Motorsport we know that have won Formula 2 championships, have challenged for Formula 3 championships as well. A super competitive team, MP Motorsport, and they are currently leading the team standings in this one as well. Into the chicane, Keen Nakamura Berta. We saw him overtaking Munoz here just a lap ago, and now he's going to try and get past Alex Ninovic. Side by side go the pair. Ninovic having to look in his mirrors now. Keen Nakamura Berta, 2 champions fighting away with each other. GB3 champion versus last year's Italian F4 and D4 champion. Williams Academy driver Keen Nakamura Berta looking round the outside. Does he have the switch back down to Eau Rouge? I think he might have done, and yes, I think that was a race mode activation there from Keen Nakamura Berta, just to drive himself past the Rodin Motorsport car of Alex Ninovic. Change for the lead incoming possibly as well. This is the closest it's been for a little while. Popov having to defend. You can see him looking in both mirrors there, just trying to see where Abkazavar is, and I think some race mode being used there for the Trident driver, just to keep a little bit of a gap out front and hold on to that lead. And this is what it will be about come the last 10 minutes of the race, particularly the last couple of laps. Who has the most race mode left? Right, I think I need a bit of a breather, Ian, because this has been so hectic. What's happening down in pit lane?
Chris, what a race here in Spa. The Trident team behind me with their young rookie driver, Max Popov. He took pole position this morning, potentially a first ever victory in the Formula Regional European Championship. They're right behind me, the Trident Motorsport team. Up the other end of pit lane, if we can swing around quickly, that is the MP Motorsport team. Their Moscow-born Kazakh driver, Alex Abkazavar, chasing him down in second place. Chris, as you correctly pointed out, we don't know when they're using race mode, but boy, is it effective on the long straights here at Spa. Back to you for the final part of a fantastic race here at Spa.
Thank you, Ian. Yes, updates coming down from pit lane there from Ian Salvestrin. Right, let's go back to the action on track then and see what we have pop off. In fact, we have a safety car that's just come out, so safety car is out. So it might be another time to go back down to Ian very shortly, just trying to identify exactly what's happened. Well, Sakir Al-Masergi and Miguel Costa have gone missing from the timing screens, and I think we might have had an incident involving those two drivers. So the pace of the field will now be gathered by Maximilian Popov. There is Sakir Al-Maserji. That's such a shame. He was having such a good run up there. Almost challenging for the points was Sakir Al-Maserji, the driver from Kuwait. Don't know what happened to Miguel Costa, but it looks like he's dropped down as well. Let's go through the top 10 then. It's Popov from Abkhazovar from Aldaheri, Shadovsky next along. Then we have Keen, Nakamura, Berta, Ninovic, Sarta, Olivieri, Munoz, Weldon. Now, it looks like Jan Shadovsky has been giving a warning for track limits, so has to be careful in the remainder of this race. Newman Chi is just outside of the points then in 11th place. I've got to say, we are seeing some drivers heading through. Reza Suwerden is in 11th, Newman Chi 12th, sorry, Jules Russell 13th place, Matteo Gicardi 14th. It looks like then it's Andrea Dupé, Yuki Sano trying to make some progress. He's gained a couple of places. Gabriel Gomez is next along, and then we have Kai Darianani, Giovanni Maschio, Renaud Francot is in 20th place, started 23rd, will be hoping, I'm sure, to make a few more places. Dion Gauda is up into 21st, Salim Hanna making progress as well, up to 22nd, and then it's Kostic, Macedo, Strauben, Anurag Alibai, Stolchamanis. We have lost from the race both Miguel Costa and Sakir Al-Maserji. So this will settle things down. To be honest, they're going to be as close as they were before the safety car when we get going again. The top 14 were all in a line, but this is now where the race mode comes into play. It's a case of who has saved up the most. If you have used quite a lot of it, then you become fairly vulnerable at this stage of the race. But if you've saved some, then you can use some after we've completed that first lap of racing, be it in attack or defence. Rashid Al-Daheri was very, very good at how he used his race mode at Red Bull Ring, and we saw him charging through to the podium places. He went missing at one point in the race, really, but and this is, I say, went missing by his very high standards, but then came charging back through the field. Sakir Al-Maserji for G4 Racing, sadly out the race, but they are having a very good race. They've got Marcus Sarta up there in the top 10, and Ian is down in pit lane with Adrian Munoz.
I certainly am down here with Adrian. A good race for Marcus, but not so good for your Kuwaiti driver. Sakir, what happened?
He was fighting for position, and in the last sector he ran out of track and he couldn't turn enough to do the last corner, and then the wall was in front and he decided to stay there.
You still have two drivers in the race.
Yes, I hope Rahim can also capitalize a little bit now after the safety car, and that Marcus keep the position, because currently we are the first rookies.
Marcus as well in the top 10, having a really good afternoon.
Yeah, he really had a good qualifying this morning. We were less than 2 tenths to pole in the group, and we hope that we get the results that we deserve.
Bueno, gracias. Adrian Munoz, team manager for the G4 Racing team. One driver out, but still two to go in the dying stages of the final race this weekend at Spa. Chris?
Thank you, Ian. Yes, as we heard from Adrian there, Marcus Sarta, your lead rookie, though rookies, you might have worked out, are the drivers highlighted in red on their position. So Marcus Sarta leading that one, just ahead of Emanuele Olivieri and Adrian Munoz. We've had some pretty good rookie champions over the year as well. Leo Fornaroli won the rookie championship here back in 2022. Martinez Stenchorn, who you would have seen on the top step of the podium in Formula 2. Isaac Hadjar, Formula 1 driver, was the rookie champion in 2021 as well. Dion Gauda, the reigning rookie champion, and he is currently out there as well, trying to work his way through it. Bit of a difficult qualifying for Dion earlier, but currently trying to recover from that. So the rookie drivers have always set a very high standard in this championship, and currently there's only 1 point in the rookie standings between Olivieri and Munoz. Their points are made up of the overall points that they score. So we're going to get at least one more lap behind the safety car. When we get going, there really won't be long left, will there? We're running out of time, 7 minutes. It's a long lap behind the safety car, so it could be 3 or 4 laps to the end. And for Max Popov, that is going to be a very difficult challenge indeed. He's going to have to hold off the entire field, but this is an opportunity for him to put Trident on the top step of the podium. Took his first pole single-seater racing, a first for Trident this season. Can he now give them a win this season as well? The team who fought for the championship last year in FREC with Matteo De Paolo and Freddie Slater. Right, we've got a bit more time. We can see Sakir Al-Maserji's car is on the truck being recovered. Ian, back down to you.
That's exactly right, Chris. It's coming into the back end of pit lane. The Prema Racing team behind me, and you can see their driver, Ken Nakamura-Berta. It is a recovery drive this weekend for Ken Nakamura-Berta. Remember, he won the very first race of the season at the Red Bull Ring, started back on grid 12. He's now well inside the top 10 as we go to Monza in 3 weeks' time. It's all about getting points. Unlikely to win here this afternoon. We can see Alvaro Martinez, team manager for the Formula Regional Prema Racing team, behind, just hoping to get something out of this weekend, potentially even a podium as we sprint to the checkered flag. If we can just swing around here, this is Dean, who has been with Keen for the last few seasons. Of course, they dominated, winning in Italian and European F4 last year. Personal trainer and driver preparer. Of course, Ken Nakamura-Berta is a Williams Formula One junior driver, trying to get something out of this weekend, but it's going to be a sprint for Max Popov, P1, under pressure from the Kazakh, Alex Abkazava.
Thank you, Ian. Yes, he's done such a good job in recent seasons, Ken Nakamura-Berta. Williams have a great driver there. I'll tell you what, in general, Williams have a really good selection of young drivers currently coming through. Alex Abkazava in second, though. This a place where MP Motorsport, a win to them would mean a huge amount. Let's see if he can put them on the top step of the podium, and himself as well. I think the safety car is coming in. It is. So the pace now goes to Maximilian Popov in the lead for Trident. Mercedes Junior Rashid Al-Daheri is then in third place. Just over 4 minutes plus the additional lap to go. We're going to get 2-3 more laps of this one. We will get the additional lap when the time runs out. Will it be Popov to take the lead? This could be a number of drivers who go and take the win in this one. There's the safety car making its way back round. Watch for Ken Nakamura-Berta in particular, as Ian was talking about there. Dominated Formula 4 racing last year, has already won a Formula Regional title in the Middle East this season. He is right there in fifth. Ninovic will fancy his chances here as well in P6. And Popov there just slowing the pace right down now as we head towards the chicane. It is all on him. His first time taking pole in single-seater racing, and we've got a spin in the background. One of the Van Amersfoorts has gone round, so this could be a delay to this restart. Yes, the safety car is straight back out again. What happened here then? Oh, well, he was helped round. That's Salim Hanna going straight into the back of one of the Van Amersfoorts. And that takes the Van Amersfoort round, and I imagine that will be an investigation post-race now, and possibly some penalties as well. But there's the yellow flag out. Just trying to confirm exactly who it is. It's Dion Gouda. Well, it's just been a weekend to forget for Dion Gouda. A real shame for him. But the safety car is back out. Well, we need that car cleared very quickly to be going back racing. If we're not going racing next time, then that will be that, unfortunately. So, and I think this may take a little bit of time as well, because that car does not look to be firing up, and I think that's going to have to be Dion Gouda jumping out. So this may be it, unfortunately, for this one. We'll find out exactly. We can cross our fingers and hope we get another lap in, but I think that may be that for this race. Ian is down in pit lane, so we'll see if he can get some information, some reaction for us from the Van Amersfoort team, who've had a really difficult weekend so far. It's been a real shame for the Van Amersfoort racing team. But what a race we were having. If it's to end under safety car, it would be a huge shame. But contact as the field all slowed up there. I think some coming round Blanchimont just got caught out by the pace. Maybe anticipated Popov was going when he wasn't, and that saw an unfortunate incident. Salim Hanna going straight into the back of the Van Amersfoort. Nothing intentional, of course, just one of those things that sometimes happens when the restart is late. Here we see it once again. So yeah, you can see Salim Hanna, I think, thought we were maybe carried speed round Blanchimont and then just got caught out as drivers stomped on the anchors, but he wasn't the only one really being caught out. We were 2 by 2, which is not usual. So I think a few drivers getting caught out there, and that exaggerates the further down you go in the field, doesn't it? So a shame, but Dion Gowda out and Salim Hanna also carrying damage as well. I don't know, I think Ian might be on the pit wall. We'll see if we can get a word with him now before this one, because it looks like this is going to be this in terms of the race. Let's go then back down to Ian Silvestrin in the pit lane, if he's ready to have a chat with us, and we'll see if he's managed to find any kind of reaction from the Van Amersfoort team. Ian, do you have any info for us down there?
Chris, that may be the ball game, of course. Finishing under safety car, it will still count as a win. It's a long lap, of course, 7,004 metres, 7 kilometres. Racing time, it's 2 minutes 30. We've got less than that left on the clock. Unlikely we'll go green, so that may be the final whistle here. Max Popov, the Trident team behind me, may well take his first victory in the FIA Formula Regional European Championship. Looking a little bit further back, Sebastian Weldon, the championship leader, helpless, stranded, down in 10th position. He still gets something, but it's a far cry from his double race win 7 days ago at Zandvoort in the Netherlands. Counting down the safety car, no sign of it coming into pit lane. In fact, it's coming across the line. That's the ball game. Max Popov will win the final race here at Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. The rookie took pole position this morning. The Trident team behind, it still counts. He'll cross the line at walking pace. Max Popov just needs to bring it home, and he will win here at the home of the Belgian Formula One Grand Prix. This is his team, Trident Motorsport. They are about to take victory with their young rookie pole sitter, Max Popov.
Of course, he carries the flag of Granada, doesn't he, on his race suit, and it meant a huge amount to him getting that pole position earlier. Just Maximilian Popov, like many of the drivers, someone you'll know well. Tell us what this will mean to him as a driver to get that first breakthrough win, and the Trident team once again looking very competitive this season as they did last year with Matteo De Paolo.
Actually looking around for his father. Here's something that nobody knows. We actually gave him a nickname about half a decade ago, the son of a Top Gun. The reason why is because Mr. Alex is actually a jet fighter pilot. I kid you not. He's flown jets at more than twice the speed of sound. He was telling me yesterday he's got his eye on, I can't remember the model, but there is a jet he wants to fly that breaks 3 times the sound barrier. His boy is about to win, so I'm looking for Alex Popov. He is about to be the happiest driver here in Belgium, because Max Popov, remember, he was so far off the pace in free practice on Thursday. It was 31 degrees, sweltering warm. It's not that here this afternoon. He was 1 second off the pace and absolutely bewildered. He's about to win here at the home of the Belgian Grand Prix.
And Ian, Alex Abkazavar in second as well for MP Motorsport. This, of course, always a difficult place for them to come back to after that tragic day in 2023. They took a podium here in 2022 with Sami Megatunov. They're now going to be back on the podium, and that will mean a huge amount to them as a team.
That's exactly right, Chris. I do suspect, it's only a suspicion, that Alex Abkazavar has probably got a good minute of push to pass left. He will be frustrated. He was all over the back of the race leader. Coming into the final lap, he won't get to use it. I suspect we'll see a very frustrated Kazakh driver, but he should be proud. Of course, he took 2 victories in the United Arab Emirates. He's about to stand on the podium. And Rashid Al-Baheri, my mathematics is less than poor, but that must put the Mercedes Junior from the Emirates somewhere near the top of the championship. We'll do the mathematics very quickly after the podium. Sebastian Weldon down in P10. King Nakamura Berta gets something out of this weekend here at Spa-Francorchamps. But Max Popov, I believe they're coming through the final part of the circuit. The checkered flag is about to wave. The Trident Motorsport driver, rookie pole position this morning, is about to win the second race, round 3 of this year's FIA Formula Regional European Championship. For that, the Trident Motorsport team.
You're absolutely right, Ian. By my calculations, they'll be tied for the championship lead. Weldon and Al-Daheri in this breakaway group of 4. Nakamura Berta, very much part of that as well. We'll see him over the line, and then we'll get back down to Ian in pit lane. Maximilian Popov just making his way through Blanchimont now. he had a lot of work to do in that first half of the race before the safety car interventions, and that is what won him this race. Not just the qualifying performance he put in earlier, but the gaps he constantly was building over the rest of the field, and this is a very deserved win. It may be one that ends behind the safety car, but it's a first win for Maximilian Popov, who makes his way now through the final chicane for Trident Motorsport. It'll be Maximilian Popov who takes a round 3, race 3 victory here at Spa-Francorchamps, and that is a first win for Maximilian Popov. Second place, the Kazakh driver Alex Abkhazevar, putting MP Motorsport on the podium here at Spa for the first time since 2022, and then in third place, Mercedes Junior Rashid Al-Daheri, who will go tied for the lead in the championship. In fact, I think he'll be 1 point clear of Weldon due to the fact he has set the fastest lap and will gain an extra point with that. There's the Trident team. There is Luca Zerbini, very, very happy with his crew. What a day it has been from them. Pole position and then a win for Max Popov, and Trident are very much back in this in terms of this championship. Jan Shadowski, fourth place, just missing out on a podium for RPM. Their last podium was Red Bull Ring in 2024 with Stromstead. They had a podium here 2 years ago as well. Jan Shadowski, no doubt, with the pace he's showing, will be on that podium. And Nakamura Berta, that is how you drive when you want to compete for a championship, recovering from what is a disappointing qualifying by his now incredibly high standards and going through to take fifth. And Marcus Sarter takes the rookie win and points. He had a personal best result of P12 yesterday, but Marcus Sarter now puts himself in the points and gives G4 Racing a rookie win. It's a win for Maximilian Popov, climbs out of his car, and look at what that means to Max Popov and his family. We can see just going in to celebrate with them all now. Trident will be incredibly proud of what he has achieved already. They're putting together a really good squad there. Abkhazevar in second, as Ian mentioned, may have had some push to pass there and may have been plotting his attack before that happened, but a podium and points on the board for him. And Rashid Al-Daheri sets the fastest lap, and that could be the difference between him taking the lead of this championship. Full celebrations though for Trident. 3 different teams on the podium places, 4 when we include Marcus Sarter for G4 Racing, taking the rookie win. A huge well done to him. And then Olivieri and Munoz, you cannot separate those two at all. They're 1 point apart in the rookie standings. That'll go to 3 points now. Well, Ian is down there in pit lane. Let's get some reaction from our race winner.
Congratulations, Max Popov. You were distraught on Thursday. You seemingly were off the pace. What a comeback, pole position this morning, and you've won here at the home of the Belgian Grand Prix.
Yeah, amazing. It's an amazing track. It was an amazing day, let's say, with the pole position and now with the win for the team. It's great. It's an unbelievable feeling, honestly. I can't believe I won. But yeah, it's just we just have to take it in, and it's fine. Thanks very much to Trident, and yeah, thanks.
Congratulations, Max Popov. We'll let you get up to the podium. We'll see you at Monza. Yeah, Chris, what a fantastic win from Max Popov.
Absolutely correct. And it's good the flag from Grenada was retrieved in the end here at Spa, because that was a concern at one stage. And thankfully it was found, because it is the driver carrying the flag of Grenada, Max Popov, who takes the win. And that's some history for the championship. Likewise with Abkhazevar in second. Down towards the first corner then, this some 30 minutes ago now. Popov had a great launch off the line. You wouldn't have thought that was his first ever time leading a field away in single-seater racing. Some finding that gravel on the exit of La Source, which has definitely made a difference since being implemented. It's not long before the next races will be out. We're running on a slight delay here at Spa. So hence you can see already we are having the marshals back out on track, getting ready to greet the field. Here's a look back at it. Then you can see Salim Hanna going straight into the back of Dion Gouda there. That's something that no doubt will be looked into after the race. Just completely caught out Salim Hanna there, and Dion Gouda was the innocent victim of all of that. So, as I said, some drivers were getting caught out. That gets exaggerated the further you go back down the field. And I think Salim Hanna trying his best to avoid everyone, but to the left then, Dion Gouda was in some space there, and unfortunately, rather than hitting clear air, he hit a Van Amersfoort Racing car. Well, there is the Lucas Spa. We're just waiting for the drivers now to come out onto the podium places. Caterhams, I think, are out next, and 50 plus Caterhams racing around Spa. So if you fancy continuing to watch some racing, I'd stick with, I'd head over to them and watch theirs, because I've got to say, 50 Caterhams around Spa. I think even Formula Regional drivers will be over to watch that one. Next for us will be Monza, round 4 on the 20th and 21st of June. Race mode there's going to be pretty interesting. You can see how close we had the drivers in this race and how competitive the field is. When we go to Monza, the racing is always very, very good. Next after that, it'll be Hungary, then Paul Ricard, Imola, where we'll have 3 races, Hockenheim as well. So we have 3 races at Monza and 3 races at Imola. There was no second race this weekend. Race 2 was cancelled for this event. However, that doesn't mean it cannot happen at a later stage, but for now it is down as a cancelled race. There we see Maximilian Popov. Let's see if we can listen in, shall we, to the drivers?
We can go with the official podium ceremony for the second race of the FIA FREC. And we welcome on the podium the winner of this race, vainqueur de cette épreuve, P1 Maximilian Popov.
We're now seeing them head out onto the podium. Here he comes out on the podium, Maximilian Popov. 14th in the championship coming into this one. This is his first podium and his first win. Alex Apkazevar, a first podium for him as well. Some more faces getting on to the podium places, but here's one that's becoming fairly familiar now. 4th podium of the season for Rashid Al-Daheri, and it's the driver with the Grenada flag, Maximilian Popov. He's the one who takes the win. Trident taking the win as well, and then Marcus Sarter taking a rookie win. Well done to Marcus Sarter. His second rookie win of the season, but this time in the points. Well done, Maximilian Popov taking the win, a first for him of the season. Like I said, there's so many drivers looking like they can challenge for victories this season. We do have a breakaway group of 4. I'd say make that 3 now. Rina Frankot's had a bit of a disappointing weekend, but Weldon, Al-Daheri, Nakamura, Berta becoming the 3 drivers consistently up there in the points in the podium. But it's a long season still, and Max Popov, this will give him the confidence, no doubt, to keep pushing on. Munoz, another example of that with his win yesterday, and now a podium for Alex Apkazevar. He will no doubt get some confidence over this as well. Like I said, he was really fast out in the Middle East, so no reason why we shouldn't see him up there here. And Rashid Al-Daheri, familiar for him now on the podium. That's 7th for him in his Formula Regional career. Trident, top step for them. Their last win came at Barcelona last year with Matteo De Paolo back on the top step of the podium, and Marcus Sarta, his second rookie win, but first points of the season. And G4 Racing, that is a really great result for them. Well, celebrations now will take place after the photos have been taken. All the drivers and team, don't be shy, Trident, yep, all in there, ready to go. It's been a great weekend at Spa, hasn't it? We had that very difficult conditions yesterday in the rain. Good work by all of the team around the circuit here to allow us to go racing safely in the afternoon for the first time of the weekend. That was a very good race as well, wasn't it? Lots of overtaking, very close, 14 in the lead train, and we get to do it all again at Monza, round 4 on the 20th and 21st of June. Make sure you join us then. For now, from myself, Chris McCarthy, and Ian Salvestrin, it is goodbye from Spa.